Hey, it's Alex here once again with Increase Your Value. And why am I wearing this incredibly ugly shirt? Well, because I thought it looked better at the store and also in the closet. So I look like I don't know, like an old judge. I feel like I'm wearing curtains. This shirt is just hangs off the body in a disgusting way. So we're going to go ahead and shoot the video with the ugly shirt on anyway. Now what's important right now is that I speak to all of my job hunters out there. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a very important part of the interviewing process, the phone interview. Now while this step might seem like a bump in the road on the way to an in-person interview, it's important to take this process seriously. Here are 5 tips to remember for your next phone interview. Tip number 1. Don't answer those recruiter calls just yet. Now, this tip might seem a little weird, but hear me out. If you ever answer recruiter calls or any random number that calls you right away, what does that look like to the other party? It looks like you're always available. And if you're looking for a job, it's important to be available, of course, to the recruiters, but you don't have to answer that phone call. You don't have to answer the first one they make. Let me explain myself. 2 reasons why you shouldn't answer the recruiter call the first time around. Disadvantage 1, now you're going to be completely unprepared. So why let them have an advantage when you can get that voicemail and call them back in just a couple of minutes? Now the next disadvantage, as we mentioned earlier, is that it makes you look desperate, okay? Think of job interviews like you're going on a date. So if you call someone you're interested in and they're always available, it's going to make you think they probably don't have a lot going on. But if that other person you call, maybe they wait and call you back sometimes, you're probably thinking that they're relatively busy. And we want job recruiters to think that you are a busy person. Minor warning here, if a company calls and doesn't leave a voicemail, of course, the situation won't work. However, it's extremely rare and really no noteworthy company is going to call an applicant and not leave a voicemail. Tip number 2, don't wait forever for that call back. Now, while I might have said that not answering the phone is okay, waiting too long to call back is not okay. So once you get that voicemail, it's time to get prepared. No company is going to wait weeks to hear back from you. They'll move on to other candidates and the position will likely already be filled. So if you're at work, try and call them back at a time that you have during the day. If you're at home, start preparing now or after watching this video. So let's get right into tip number 3, and this is preparing for a phone interview. Now, one of the most important things you can do before a phone interview is research the company. How do we prepare for the phone interview? So what I like to do is have a few questions ready. Now the next tip is to have your resume pulled up in front of you, whether it's a printed copy, whether it's one on your computer screen, tablet, whatever. You definitely want to have a copy of the resume you use to apply for that job, because in many cases the recruiter is going to be pulling questions and information to talk to you about. All that information is going to come from your resume that you applied with. In addition, start saving the links of the jobs that you're applying to after you post them. Now, why do this? Because pulling a few phrases from that job description as well during your phone interview could pay off big time. Just don't read direct paragraphs from either the application you posted to or your resume. Tip number 4, smile. Now, did you see how my voice just went super weird and awkward there for a second? Okay, so for this test, now I want you to close your eyes for a minute. And I know you're not going to close your eyes, so I'm going to cover up the screen. I know it sounds creepy, but relax. I'm going to show you that your voice sounds different when you speak while smiling. Please excuse my cheesy example voice. I'm going to pull back from my days here in customer service, so 1 second. Now, you're going to listen to me say one sentence twice and see which one sounds more pleasant. Here we go. Thank you for calling Patty's Pub. This is Alex. How can I help you? Thank you for calling Patty's Pub. This is Alex. How can I help you? Now, you can likely hear which voice sounds happier to speak with you, which person sounds more like they want to talk to you. Whether or not you believe it, you have to make the person on the other end of that line feel that you're happy and excited to speak with them. And by the way, I smiled in the second one. Tip number 5, our final tip, have a glass of water nearby. One of my biggest pet peeves is having someone cough or continuously clear their throat while I'm on the phone with them. It's just Disgusting. Fortunately, this problem is easily solvable by having a glass of water by your side during the phone interview. Now, maybe it's just me, but I've had phone interviews where out of nervousness, I was nervous. My point is I was nervous during these interviews and it made my mouth start to go dry after answering the first question. So always have a glass of water nearby. You're probably going to be speaking for about 20 to 30 minutes, especially if you have multiple phone interviews lined up. You will seriously be amazed at how worn out your voice is after talking for about 20 minutes. Thank you for watching this quick video, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, as well as checking out, if you do have the time, the other videos on this channel, all designed to help you increase your value. Thanks for watching.